All right, we're going to try this again. If you saw my video earlier today, you probably had fun at my expense, laughing that the audio wasn't working. So we're just going to do this again. And the theme of this video is the real estate unicorn. There are lots of people who think in this market that it is simply impossible to do a couple of things. Those things are put a contingent offer in on a house and or buy the house for less than the market value. The reality is you actually can do it. And the thing about contingent offers, in a normal market, the typical home seller has anxiety about selling their home. You know, they might be excited, they might be optimistic, they might be confident, but there's always an element of anxiety about, is this going to work? Is it going to be hard to do? Am I going to be successful? And in a normal market, if you agree to accept a contingent offer, really what you're doing is abdicating to someone else that anxiety. You're basically saying, whatever anxiety I have over my own house, I'm just going to hand that off to you, and I don't know anything about your house, but hopefully yours sells better than mine. And that is a common thing, especially in a normal market, because usually contingent offers aren't even considered until a home's sort of been languishing on the market for a while. In this market, it's a different dynamic. When a seller gets an offer that is contingent on a sale of another house, they aren't really abdicating. What they're doing is betting on a hot market. They're basically saying, hey, if this buyer needs to put their home on the market in order for me to sell them my house, in order for them to free up the down payment, I'm not really that concerned that they're going to be able to sell that house. I think it's going to sell in the first weekend. That's how sellers feel. That's how most consumers feel. And so there isn't nearly as much nervousness that goes along with accepting a contingent offer. So if you're thinking about putting your home on the market and a qualified buyer comes along who says, yep, I qualify for a mortgage as long as I can free up the equity in my house, you should consider that. But the first thing you need to do is make sure you align yourself with someone who can evaluate that other house and determine if that buyer, who is going to be a seller, can price it appropriately so that it will sell. The other thing is that unicorn-like, I should say, is the idea of buying a home well under market value. So I just want to tell you a quick story about a seller I had in the last 12 months, in the hopes that it gives you encouragement, gives you an idea that some things are possible. I met with a client. They said, we have this vision. We want to move from this house into another house, but we don't even want to put our home on the market without knowing that we have that other house locked up. And we also have limitations on our budget. So I was put in a position where I had to evaluate their current home and whether or not I thought I could help them buy their next home at a discount to the market. And so our model is real straightforward and simple. We don't get paid unless we succeed. And so I told them, yeah, I think I can do it. In fact, I'm quite confident I can do it. Let me try for you. And so they hired me, and we started negotiating on the home they wanted to buy. And what I was able to do was help them buy their new home that was listed for $595, help them buy it for $550, so nearly 10% below the asking price, with a contingent offer. Then we put their home on the market, listed it for $680, and got multiple offers and sold it for $702. So if you're doing the math, I saved them $44,950 on the new house. I gained them $22,000 on the house that they were leaving, and saved them a total of $66,950. So that's nearly $70,000 of net gain to them. And we put that money in their pocket. In fact, they put that money into a remodel. So I'm excited to go see the finished product of their efforts, but they're even more excited that they're now in the home that they love, and they're out of a home that they weren't particularly fond of. So if you're worried that those sorts of things aren't possible, it's not really a unicorn. You just need a good Sherpa at your side to help you accomplish that goal. So if you have any questions or comments, please list them below. Feel free to share this video if you know people that are discouraged or feel like they're trapped in the home they're in, because that's simply not true. We just need a good plan, and we need to execute on that plan. So if you have any other questions, you're welcome to go to my website, realestateanswers.guru. And other than that, have yourself a great day.